am here to give a update slash TBR slash what's going on for the month. So before I set my camera up on the tripod, I just wanted to show you, we've been doing some changes in the Goffym. If you didn't watch the Goffym makeover video, I will link it up above for you. It was a really long but fun process, and we love how the room turned out, but we're making a couple little changes. So I thought I would just show you that quickly. If you hear a bell jingling, that's because my cat Rune is in here with me. So the first change we made was, dun, 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 dun. Okay, you can't see that with the light behind it. That you can see. So for completing my program, the Humber College program where I was submitting my manuscript to a mentor, my husband bought a brand new iMac for me. I got the green one because my favorite color is teal, and it's really sort of like light colors like a sea foam and the dark colors like a really deep teal. So I love it. It's amazing. The iMac I had before was a 2011 and I got it used. So it was 10 years old, plus I was not the first owner. So it was definitely due for an upgrade, and I've got that set up now. The other thing we've been doing is I've been changing around some of my shelves. So I've got my writing books here, except for the one that I'm currently reading. And then this is my husband's desk. He's been working from home since whenever the last lockdown was. So I think there's Rune. 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 Hey, you gonna steal my spot? Hey. Hey, you wanna say hi to the people? Oh, sweet boy. He's been home since February, I think, whenever that last lockdown was. And before that, he was home for most of 2020 as well. So he's been working on this tiny little desk, poor guy. But tomorrow, August the 3rd, is his last day working at home. Fingers crossed it stays that way. So normally this spot would be empty. And I brought this chair in, so when his desk moves, I'm going to put this chair over here beside the light and have like a little reading spot. And then I've got my little electric fireplace, and then I've started bringing some other things in. We built these shelves this weekend so that I can bring in some of my books and have my Google Home. It's not plugged in because he's using all the plugs for his desk right now. And then I have my little like board of what I need to do this week, etc. So those are just some fun little updates we've been doing in here. I thought I would show you before I put the camera on the tripod. And then we can talk about my TBR and what else is happening this month. So let me hang you guys up, put you guys up, and I'll see you in a minute. Okay, I'm ready. So the first thing I want to talk about is what I accomplished in July and what I am taking on in August. So I can't remember if I put it in my last video or not, because it was like a sit down video. But I did send my last submission off to my mentor, and I'm still waiting for that to come back. It usually takes about 2 weeks because she is mentoring multiple people at a time. It's not just me. So I'm still waiting for that last submission to come back. I am doing my final round of revisions before betas. I am a couple days behind because we had family in from out of town and we're super busy last week. So I do have a couple extra chapters I need to tackle this week, but I only have about 10 days of revisions left, which is amazing. And then I'll be prepping for betas. So I'm actually taking part in the EndTheSummerWrite challenge by Maya Lemaire and Sarah Sutton. So for that challenge, I am doing my 10 days of revisions. Hopefully it won't end up being more than that. And then I am prepping my manuscript for betas. So I need to format it. I need to come up with whatever questions I want. I need to figure out whether I'm using Word or Google Docs or what I'm doing. All those things. So that's what I'm doing for August. And hopefully everything will go smoothly. So it's a big month for me writing wise. but it's also a big month for me reading wise because I still don't have comp titles for my book. I am going to ask my betas if they have any suggestions, but my plan has been to read all the camp books because as much as you don't need to have a book that's the same like setting or even plot for a comp, you can just have something that's the same tone or theme. I do think it would be valuable to be able to use a camp setting book as a comp. So I have been working on reading all the camp books. I got partway through Camp So-and-So a few months ago. I don't remember who it's by. And then my library, was it an ebook or an audiobook? I can't remember. But my library time ran out. So I'm still waiting to renew that one and finish that one up. In July, I listened to the audiobook of The Odds of Love in Grover Cleveland by Rebecca Crane, which I really liked. Could maybe be a comp, but it's not perfect. So there's that. And then here's my TBR for August. And I will tell you right now, I'm not gonna get through them all because 5 Summers is chunky and the names they gave us is also pretty chunky. So these are the other camp books I'm reading, hopefully to find a comp title. I think this is the one I'm most excited about. I have never seen anyone talk about this book on BookTube or Book Talk or Bookstagram or anything, but I absolutely love the cover. It is perfection if you ask me. So it's just called Camp by L.C. Rosen. The top says putting the out in the great outdoors. So it is an LGBTQ camp book and I am here for it. So I think I'm gonna start with this one because it's the one I'm most excited for. Then I have The Names They Gave Us by Emery Lord. I don't actually know a lot about this except that they're at camp. So that one, I know this one's very popular. No Place Like Here by Christina June. This one I don't think is going to be a comp, but because it was so small, it's going to be such a quick read. I can probably read it like in an afternoon. So I figured I'd read it anyway because I love camp books. So even if it's not a comp, I figure I'll probably like it. And then the last one is 5 Summers by Una LaMarche. I think this is probably the most likely to be a comp because it takes place over 5 summers, and similarly my manuscript starts when the 2 main characters are 12 and goes all the way until they're like 22 or something. Like I think it spans an entire decade. I'd have to double check my dates. It's probably something I should know, hey? Yeah, so I think this might be the best comp, even though I know nothing about this other than that it takes place over 5 summers. So yeah, so we'll see. I think probably because I'm most excited about this one, this is what I'm gonna start with, and then I'll probably read this one because I'm thinking this is probably the most realistic comp, plus this is a library book, so I have limited time with it. So that is my TBR, along with the audiobook that I'm listening to, which I listen to on my walks and when I'm in the shower and when I'm doing my makeup and that sort of thing, which is not camp related, but is Final Draft, which I have been waiting to read for a while. And it came up as an available audiobook from my library when I was searching yesterday after I finished The Odds of Love in Grover Cleveland, because I don't have an Audible credit right now, so I had to just find something that was available at the library, and I was so stoked to find that one because being a writer, I feel like it's one I should probably read. So that's my TBR, and it's really ambitious. As I said, I don't think I'm gonna get through all those camp books. I will be really pleased if I get through the 2 that I'm hopeful about, and I also still am trying to read my nonfiction writing book that I started last month that I didn't do a TBR on here because I've never done a TBR in here, but I did TBR on my TikTok. So if you want to see my TBR from July and the books I read in July, you can check my TikTok. It'll be linked down below, as long as I remember to do that, because I don't think it's there right now. And yeah, so that's my TBR. So you guys saw my little updated Goffym. You heard what I did in July. You heard what I'm tackling in August. We've got the August TBR. I don't know what else I could possibly update you on right now, but that's where we're at right now. It is a gorgeous day outside. We have had, if you don't know, I live in Ontario, Canada. We have had so much rain this summer and so many like unseasonably cooler, cold almost days that I am looking out this window and seeing that sunshine and knowing that it's warm outside, and I don't want to sit here anymore. So I was planning to take on some revisions today, even though I had not scheduled myself to work on the weekends, and today's actually a holiday in Ontario, so I actually included this as part of the weekend and didn't schedule myself for revisions. So I was going to tackle revisions today, but I don't think I'm going to. I think I'm just going to quickly edit this video and get it up so that it can go live tomorrow on Tuesday. And then I think I'm going to go sit outside and read my book all afternoon, because that sounds fantastic. So I hope you guys had an amazing start to your August, and I will see you next week. Bye guys.